Hello, everybody. This is Adam with Success in Fundraising, and thanks for joining me on the first video in 2024. The year's off to a great start. I don't know. We had a really good 2023, and we're just excited to see what's coming ahead. So, this video I wanted to, because of the time of year we're in, we are signing up a lot of groups, and a lot of groups, people are reaching out wondering what we have to offer. And a lot of people have heard about us because of Butter Braid Pastries. And often what we'll do is we'll send them a file or send them this paper, what we call is our program details. And I'm not going to have you read all of that, but that's what it's called. That's kind of what it looks like. Program details clarifies some of the other options that we have and a little bit more about the Butter Braid Pastry Fundraiser. And so that's this product, if you've never ever heard of it, Butter Braid brand pastry dough. And they're incredibly delicious. On the order form, we have 8 different flavors available. And the one really cool thing, though, is, and it's going to be true with all the product lines, we do have an online store available. And in the online store, we have extra products available. So in the online store with Butter Braid Pastries, there are 2 other flavors of Butter Braid pastry. It's plain cream cheese and cherry are available beyond these 8 flavors. And then there's also gluten-free options, a couple mixes, brownies and cookies, and then some coffee we've added to it. So it's nice to be able to choose a couple different things, and it's not on the paper form, but it's on the online store. And that online store is there for your convenience to help collect money via credit card versus cash and check. And so we have that out there, but it's a convenient way to do it. And so that's what we have available with the Butter Braid Pastry order form. And so to also be clear, if you hear from us, you see that we have, or go on the website, we have a variety of products. And we try to keep them grouped together, and we call those our product lines. And those are going to be individual fundraisers. So if you're going to sell cookie dough, for example, we have what's wooden spoon cookie dough. And so that's our cookie dough brand. And it comes in 7 fabulous flavors. We haven't heard anybody say it's any negative comments about the cookie dough. And it's that we've seen an increase in sales for the last couple of years since we put it out there. And really happy with how people like it and how it's been selling. And so the same thing with this one. There is an online store, and the gluten-free options are out there. And we were just debating on putting something else in there, and we just were visiting with a company that does meat sticks. And we might put some meat sticks just to see how we can manage that in our inventory. So we're always kind of toying with new ideas and adding little things for you guys. So keep that in mind with the online store, and the cookie dough. I should add, the cookie dough is in 2.5 pound slabs. So it comes in a tray, portioned, 40 portions, 41 ounce portions in your tray. It's really efficient, so it doesn't take up extra space in the freezer. And they're really easy to just peel away, like 4 of them or 5 of them, and then just cook 4 or 5 cookies, and you still got 35 more cookies to go. You don't want to take too long eating those cookies, but definitely we don't need to eat all 40 at a time. Although we give it our best when we do bake these things. Another product we carry is Joyful Traditions cake rolls. And it comes in these 5 fabulous flavors. And they come frozen. And they're really tasty. The nice thing about these is you can go directly to the table. So if you're looking through the product lines, if you sold these, you can just go straight to the table. They start thawing out. And as soon as you can get your fork into it, you can start eating cake. The cookies, straight to the oven. And the one thing I never mentioned with Butter Braid Pastries is that there is a thaw and rise aspect to it. I guess I'm assuming everybody knows what Butter Braid Pastries are, but there's a thaw and rise process, usually 10 to 12 hours. But it really makes it this amazing homemade taste and texture and feel with the Butter Braid Pastries. So I digress. I kind of jumped around a little bit, but we were just talking about cake rolls. Same thing with the online store. There's some gluten-free items on the online store. So if you're going to leverage that tool, that will be available as well, and possibly other products as we rotate through and see what people like. And so we have so far Butter Braid Pastries, cookie dough, Joyful Tradition cake rolls. We have what we call, this is our 406 fundraising brochure. And so these items on the front are going to, and you see them all around me too, they might switch out now and then, but these are all actually Montana-made items. And so we've sourced these to have a kind of a fun local fundraiser for those of us in Montana. And those of us outside of Montana, it's a nice basket of goods that offers a variety of tastes and interests for your customers. And so that's available as well. And this one originally was online only. And that's one of the interesting things about it is online only, and then we ship it to your customers. And so it was first kind of kicked out the door during COVID and era. And it was really handy because then you didn't have to worry about porch deliveries and texting everybody and all of that. You send the link out, give them a phone call and explain what you're up to. They can go to the store, order their items, and we would ship it from here. So this is our shipping center as well. So that's how it started. And we've done a few fundraisers with on paper now too. And so we don't mind doing that. And let's not forget the last one here. Last but not least for sure, these are pastry puffins. And these are a puff pastry. And so a different format. These are nice because they also go straight to the oven. So like cookie dough, for example. So you can open up the package, take a few off, put them in the tray, and you can bake them up and enjoy them in not very long. So these are very good as well. And so there's 5 flavors of pastry puffins, and then there's extra products online as well. And so this has been around for quite a while, along with the butter braid pastries, and they are very popular and tasty. So pastry puffins in the same list of all those goodness. And so the other thing I wanted to explain kind of at the end, and this is something we're toying with a little bit more, we're not totally to the point that you can just pick and choose everything you want, but we're looking at the products that we're moving more and more volume. Maybe we do, and we've done one just last fall, we did just the coffee fundraiser. And so it could be coffee and tea, or it could be, if we get meat sticks and jerky, maybe something like that, or a combination of a couple things. But these are things we want to hear from people, so we're going to start advertising the idea that is possible, and we want to visit with people on what kinds of things they would be interested in. Of course, we can't go to the infinite degree, but we're always curious to see what people will think will work. And we can leverage our online platform with a different assortment of items. And so, but we're learning about the items that we have. We're always looking for more items. And so as far as the items that you can fundraise with, just keep in mind that when we talk about product lines, those are individual fundraisers. So Puffins is a fundraiser. The 406 one, cake rolls, cookie dough, and butter braid pastries, that's a fundraiser. And these, if you wanted to run butter braid pastries and then maybe next season you run a cookie dough. So you can alternate these so you're not oversaturating the area with one product line. And that's the reasoning behind it. So a few other high points. As always, we try to have personal service, and that's what we strive for. You're going to get a person, and there's only still a handful of us. It's a family business, and 2 or 3 full-time folk just trying to make sure that everything gets done well. And that's what we strive to do. And so we focus on service. And so no upfront costs. So if you're new to fundraising, you pay nothing. We will send you order forms. You just go out and sell and collect money. The only commitment you have is when you reach out to us, and we will then when we fulfill the order, and then you owe us what we are entitled to. No hidden fees. Everything's straight up. The way we price it is we have a standard set of prices, which ensure you a 40% profit. The only caveat there is if you're in Idaho or South Dakota, and then there's sales tax to contend with. And we have a couple different ways. Generally, South Dakota's, there's one way to deal with sales tax. Idaho, there's a couple different ways to think about it, but it's there, and we'll contend with it. So that's where the profit is. We always pre-sort at delivery, so we show up with sorted product, line it up by seller, and they can just grab and go when we leave. And so we like to try to keep things as efficient as possible when we get out and deliver. What else can we add? Yep. We're here to help. We're here to just kind of come beside you and make sure that the fundraising experience is a pleasant one. Because we know that it's not always the first thing you're thinking of when you volunteer to serve, especially a lot of these kids' organizations. You want to help. You want to be a part of these young people's lives and kids' lives. And the fundraising aspect isn't always the most enjoyable part. But we are here to provide a service, and we're here to make that experience a pleasant one for you. So just keep us in mind. And thank you for joining me. First video in 2024. And we'll leave it at that. And we'll talk to you again next week, probably.